Jana here with Jana's Quilt Shop. Well, it's time for Monday morning tidbit again, and I've got a good one for you. I think you're really going to like this one. It starts with all this. You're going to need all this. But look at this little topper behind me. I haven't quilted it yet, so quilting is really going to enhance this because I'm going to put something on the solids. It's going to really be neat. But look at these flying geese. If you're like me, I do flying geese one at a time, and they're wonky a lot of times. So I have to square them up, try to get them straight. But these were fast and easy. So I want to tell you about my new ruler. My new ruler. I thought I wasn't going to buy any more rulers, but this one is worth it. It's called a wing clipper. If you haven't seen this, I'm going to show you about it today. You can square up flying geese any size. Look at that. You go all the way out to where you're flying geese. Surely you won't make one any larger than this ruler is. So, I'm going to show you how to do this little topper so you'll know how to do this. This pattern book shows you all the sizes you might want your flying geese to turn out. So, say you want a flying geese finished 2x4. That's what these are, 2 inches before. It goes over here and tells you what size to cut your squares and how to do it the speed way. So the speed way is you can do 4 flying geese at a time. Some of you may have done that, but follow with me because it's going to show you how to square them up nice and fast. Okay, so let's go through this. You're going to need, if you do this, you're going to need some white and some gray and some colored fabric for your flying geese, and some corner squares. That's these right here. Okay, instead of doing them the old-fashioned way, I'm going to show you how to do them the 4 at a time way. Okay, so you need a square. You're going to need to have 4 of these and mark them. Now, I like to use my Fons and Porter marker for these. You can draw a center line and sew on each side. But with this, I like being able to see where my lines are that I'm going to be sewing. So what I'm marking is my lines I'm sewing. Okay, so this ruler from Fons and Porter that we have in the shop has a center line, and then if you mark on each side of it, it shows you where to sew. So I'm going to need 2 to start with, and then I'm going to need 2 more. So let's just go ahead and mark them and have them ready. 1 line there and 1 line over here. Okay, got that. Another one, last one. And then you're ready to go. Okay, so you got those marked. So you got your square here, and whatever square size that you're doing your flying geese, this one tells me a 5.5 inch square. So then I'm gonna lay that like that. Then I'm gonna lay another one right here. Line those lines up. All I got to do is sew down those pencil lines. So I'm going to sew one side right down the middle of that line. I'm going to cut my thread and turn on this. Sew the other side right down the middle. Go the speed you feel comfortable at to hit those lines. Okay. You can use your flying geese ruler to cut right down the middle of those 2. So you follow me so far? The large square, the 2 on top, trim down the middle, cut down the middle of those. It gives you 2 sections. They're going to look kind of strange, but believe me, this works. Okay? Oops, I got that pressed back a little. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like at this point. And you will have 2 of those. So let's press both of those. Oh, I just can't get my center pressed back right. There we go. Got it. Okay, so you got 2 of those. And then here's what you do. This is the last step before we square up. You're going to put this square right in the middle of that. Do you see where we're going with this? If you hadn't done these before, some of you may have been doing these. But you pick this up and you're going to sew right down those lines. So here we go. This part right here will give you 2 geese. And then that one will give you 2 geese. So that will make your 4. I don't know who figured this out, but it really works. They were setting and cutting and working on this to get this figured out. Okay. All right. So I've got 6 in a row. And so when I do this, it makes 4. So I needed 6 colors, if that makes sense. So like this green one is in here, I needed 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4 worked out just perfect for this. All right, now let's get our ruler and cut down the middle of these. Here we go. All right, now don't that really look weird? Weird, 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 but it works. Right down the middle. All right, we got these weird looking objects here. But look, there's our flying geese. And what I like about it, it makes them larger. So you've got room to square them up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I bet you want to see how this ruler works now. All right, let's get these little dudes off here. I've got my rotating cutting mat, what I like to do. The first time, and the pattern shows you pictures and how to do this, but the first time I've got the point going up, and I've got these little X's down here at the bottom that I know it's going to be at the bottom. So what I'm going to do, there's a V here that I'm going to line up with the V of my geese. So then I'm going to take my little cutter here with a good sharp blade. There's very little to trim off on the bottom end. So I've got that. So I've done 2 sides. I'm going to keep my ruler just like it was and rotate my cutting mat. And so now I go up here and find my 2 by 4.5 and line it up with that right side. Make sure that this is lined up there, and I trim this side, and I trim this side. Oh, look at that. Perfect flying geese. I didn't press quite hard enough right there, but there we go. Look at that. Perfect flying geese. There's one. See how fast that is? This one, again, the point going up to start with. My X is down. I line this up. There's a V there that goes right in that. So it tells me where to cut. You know, and these rulers don't have the grip on the back. I'm going to take mine to the shop and spray some of that grippy stuff on the back. It works great for keeping these from sliding, because I'm really having to hold there to keep it from sliding. But look at that. You don't have to have a bunch of rulers. Usually I have a bunch of flying geese rulers for every size that you do. With this, I'm doing the 2-inch all the way up to the 5.5 right there. So it saves money. Let's see, I got to do this, the 2.5 inch there. Line my lines up inside there. Hold that, cut the other side and the top. I got it cut good that time. Look at there. There's another good flying geese. Look at that. It leaves you enough room, a 1/4 inch up here at the top, so you don't have to worry about cutting your points off of your geese. And they're all squared up. So look at that. This is a great ruler. I'm really impressed with it. I wasn't going to buy any more, like I said, but I'm happy to have this one. I can square up any flying geese that I need. So I can make them a little larger and got a little room to square them up. Works great. And like I said, I'm really happy because they give you great directions, pictures and everything, so you can see how to do it. Okay, we have a bunch of these in the shop. If you'd like one, let us know. if you'd like a kit. Some people told me not to ever do this without offering a kit, so I'm doing that. This ruler is $26. If you want this fabric, now this is a special fabric from Moda that it's got all those bright colors in it. We will have your squares cut and everything for you, and your strips cut for this if you would like a kit for $36. The whole thing for $36, or just this for $26. So if you want us to mail it to you, let us know. But put it in the comment what you think about this. And that's all I have for today. I hope you have a great Monday. Come by and check out all the new fabric we've been getting in. Seemed like they shipped it all at once, so we have a bunch. The Tula Pink and all kinds. All right, thank you and have a great day.